So I'm going to show you how to sew knits with a sewing machine. So a common misconception in sewing knits is that you need to have a serger in order to do it. A serger is really nice to have, but you can definitely use a sewing machine to sew stretchy fabrics or knit fabrics. So first we have to look at the options for stretch stitch. We need to use a stretch stitch when we're sewing with stretchy fabric, otherwise your seam will snap. So we can use the lightning stitch, which on my machine is either 5 or 6. On some machines, it will be the stitch that says SS. A zigzag stitch is also a stretch stitch. Stitch 9 is a stretch, 11, 12, 16. Those are all overlock stitches that would work really well with a stretchy fabric. The trickiest part is when you're just starting out, and that's when the fabric tends to sometimes get a little bit stuck in the bottom part of the machine. So the way to avoid that is to start sewing about 1/4 of an inch in from the beginning. So I'm going to start in right here, and I'm going to back stitch right to the edge, and then I'm going to switch into my stretch stitch. So I'm still in my straight stitch right now. So I'm going to back up. I went right back to the beginning. And now I'm going to grab onto my tail threads from the beginning and give them a little tug as we go forward. And now I'm going to switch into stretch stitch. For garment sewing with knit fabrics, we're going to be aiming for a 1/4 inch seam allowance, which is the most common for knit fabric. So we want to try not to stretch the fabric while you sew, because this will make a ripply seam. I'm going to try stitch 16. So this stitch is mimicking the look of a serger, but both of these are nice and stretchy, and they're going to work well for making clothing with stretch fabric.